Hey, what's up guys? It's Chris here with my first easy redstone tutorial for Minecraft. I'm on 1.5.2 right now, and it works perfect on this patch. It should probably work on all the patches, unless they change how redstone works. But let's get right in. So this is Connect 4. When you push the button, either sand or gravel fell, and the next button you push, the other thing will fall. So gravel this time. And then sands, and gravel, and so on. And you got your reset lever right there. That's pretty much it. Now, this is actually very simple to make. This is all the redstone for it. A lot of this looks really easy. The most advanced thing in this is probably the T flip-flop, which is actually really easy to make. And a lot less complicated than it looks. Alright, so let's get started. You're going to want to start out by digging how long is it? 7? Yeah, 7 block hole. So it's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And fill that with redstone wire. Okay, and just build a little extra at the end. Now put blocks on top of those, and we're going to put buttons on top of that. I mean on each block. Alright, these are going to be your basic inputs for, for whatever they choose. So, next, we're going to put, sorry guys, my mouse wheel is like really messed up. When I try to scroll up, it scrolls down, and it's just annoying. So, next thing we want to do, put repeaters behind each button, like that. It's kind of annoying. Doesn't look very good, but it's really the only way to do it. And you don't really notice much when you're playing. So, well, I guess you could, if you want, you can put repeaters behind it, like this. Actually, no, that wouldn't work because you have your board there. I don't know what I'm talking about. So next, we're going to build the board. I'm pretty sure the standard board is 6 by 7 or 7 by 6. So we're going to skip 4 blocks and start building the board. I like to make mine red and black, but of course you can make yours whatever. 2 different colors usually works best, but you can make it however you want. So we're going to make this 7 by 6. It's 3, 4. So that's the final board. Nothing extra about that. So next you're going to want to get the inputs working. So to do that, we're going to put blocks coming into these repeaters. So now make sure you have your repeater facing this way towards this block, because if you have it facing the other way, it's not going to work. So once you have that, we're going to do some vertical redstone, which you can see over here. I just have a tower of redstone torches. Now what that does, I'll show you in a second. Now you put blocks on top of that, and on top of this. See, now these redstone torches turn off, because these torches are powering this block, which turns that off. So now if I press this button, that redstone torch turns on. So it sends the power up this pillar we're going to have. And it's going to power a piston, which pushes either the sand or the gravel. So next, just leave it like that for now, which is 2. And now we're going to build the place where sand gets pushed. Oops. So build 1 up. You don't want to build it right on top. So build 1 or 2 up. And build just like that. This is where the sand is going to go, or the gravel, whichever one you want to do first. Then put another row behind that, and on the second row put normal pistons facing towards your board. Okay, So we're gonna have sand here. Actually, let's put the sand now. Put the sands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Make sure you put, well, I usually put 6. Just so, I don't know. Just so you always have enough. You can probably live with like 5 or 4. But I always put 6. So now our sand is ready. So we're gonna build up to here. Okay. Jeez. Okay. Continue our redstone tower. Alright, now what you want to look for is to make sure that these torches are off, the ones on top. If they're on, build another layer up and connect it the same way I'm going to connect these, because you need these to be off. Okay, so we're going to build that to here, and then we're going to put blocks on the back of the pistons. Now these blocks are really important, you'll see why later. But for now, just put repeaters with no delay going into each block. Alright, and now we already have our sands completed pretty much. So when we push this, sand falls. When we push this, the sand falls. Alright, now we just need to add gravel. And then we need to add the kind of hard part, which isn't even that hard. So next, I'm going to put 2 blocks between the sand and gravel. So put your sandstone or whatever material you're using. Where's gravel? There it is. Okay, and we're going to put the gravel here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, and now that you're done with that, we're going to continue this redstone tower. Alright. Make sure you don't miss any, because if you miss one, your whole thing's going to be screwed up. It's really easy to fix, though. Okay. Now build it up until we get to this area right here. Oh, I should have put the pistons first. Always put the pistons first. Just makes it a lot easier. Alright, now we have these off, which is exactly what we want. Let's put the pistons. Ah, jeez. This is going to be annoying. Put this gravel pistons. Or actually, maybe I'll... Sorry guys, you definitely want to put the pistons first. Just so you don't have to do this. Okay, now refill your gravel you screwed up. If you're a jerk like me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, and now do the same thing we did for the sand. So just run blocks to here. And like that. Okay, and then run repeaters into these blocks. Alright, so that's it for your sand and gravel. Now you're on pretty much the last part already. So what you're going to want to do for this part is put sticky pistons facing downwards on these blocks. and place the buttons. So build 3 blocks up, and then break the first 2, just like that, and then build it all across these blocks here. Now these sticky pistons are going to pull up this row of blocks here to block the input. See, if these blocks aren't here, this repeater isn't going to power this piston. So that's exactly how we're going to make it switch between sand and gravel. Alright, so we have our 6 sticky pistons. We're going to do the same up here. 2, 3, break those. There we go. Alright, next we're going to do the kind of hard part. Now we're going to run this. Let's run it behind the board. See, I messed mine up. I accidentally put this too close to the board, so it looks a little more complicated than it actually is. But yours is going to look a lot easier. Now we're going to put some redstone coming out of here that we made at the beginning, and run this. Sorry about my mouse again, it's so annoying. And we're going to run this like that. And now we're going to make the T flip-flop. Now to make a T flip-flop, you get regular pistons, 2 regular pistons, and have 2 blocks in between them, right? Then you put any solid block, doesn't matter which. Then on top of that, you put 2 blocks, filling the 2 block space in between the pistons. And redstone torch on both sides, and redstone dust on top of those. And then you're done. So now we're gonna run. You have to run a repeater into one of the blocks. So we're gonna do it on this side. Doesn't matter which side you do it on. Like that. So now when we push, let's just make a fake button over here, just so you can see how it works. Now, this isn't actually going to be here, this is just demonstration. Oh my god. Alright, so you press the button, switches, press the button, switches again, and so on. Okay. Now, to make this actually do something, you have to put redstone torches underneath where this block is going back and forth. That way, so you put the torches there, cover this back up, and then put repeaters there and there. See, when the block is here, it powers this repeater, and when it's on the other side, it's going to power that repeater. Okay, now to make these isolated, you're just going to put 1 repeater there, build it out like that, and out like that. And you're done with the flip-flop. Now this part's pretty easy. You're just gonna put redstone wire on top of the of both of these actually. So where the sticky pistons are, put redstone wire on top of them, and then build this out a couple blocks. Let's build 3 blocks out like that. This is not the most compact way to do it, obviously, but it's really simple to do it this way, so I like building it like this. It's not too, like huge, so it's not bad. Next, you're gonna do the same redstone vertical tower over here, just like we did at the beginning. So just build down, and every other block we're going to break. Okay. And now you want, well, it doesn't matter. This can either be off or on. It doesn't really matter. And then you lead this into that block. Okay. Make sure this is going into this block. Alright, so this input is on. Now that means these pistons are powered and this block is there. If we unpower this, the blocks will be pulled up and sand won't fall when you push one of the buttons. Okay. So now what we're going to do is the same thing on this side. We're going to do it from this side though. It's a little easier. Run this out. Yeah, it'll be fine. Okay, run this out to about here. And we'll do a vertical tower, just like we did on the other side. Oh my gosh, this mouse. Alright. Now break every other block, just like on the other side. Excuse me. And run the redstone torches up. Oops. Okay. Oh, that happened to work out perfectly. You see, this torch has to be the opposite of this torch. So if they're both off or they're both on, you gotta reduce the size of the tower by 1. So say the tower was like this, and both were on. Now I would have to break the bottom block, and that would be off. So now I would have to run this wire into this block, which I would do like that and just make it like a staircase. Like that. And it would run into that, and it would be perfect. But ours turned out perfectly, so we don't have to do that. So we'll put it back like this. Alright, so off, on. That's just what we want. It doesn't matter which side is off and which is on, as long as one of them is off and one of them's on. And now we're pretty much done. Let's make sure it works. Actually, it might. Oh yeah, it does. Okay. Sand, gravel. Yep. Sand, gravel, sand. Okay. All right. So that's pretty much it. Next, well, I guess you want to make a reset lever, right? Yeah, reset lever is good to have. Pretty much need a reset lever actually, so you don't have to clear it by hand every time. So what you want to do is actually go like down 3 in front of the board, and have redstone wire down here. The redstone wire is just to break the sand and gravel when it falls. See, because when it drops, it breaks. Alright, and next we're gonna break out under the board. Break out 2 blocks and have sticky pistons in there, and have that connected to some sandstone. Okay, and now run redstone wire along the pistons like that. Have a repeater here, and we're gonna put that into a lever. You can use a button, but you have to do a little more redstone for it to be a button, for it to have the right delay. So we're just going to use a lever for simplicity's sake. Okay, so connect the lever to pistons. Now when it's down, it'll be closed. You open it up like that. If you want, you can invert the signal so when it's up, it's out. I like to do that just because, I don't know, I think down is off, up is on. So yeah, you can do that if you really want. It doesn't matter at all. And you're done. So you can pretty much play Connect 4. friends. And then do that. If you're in survival, you can, of course, go down and get the sand and gravel. And then go up here and fix it. If you're doing this in survival, you're going to want to make like a ladder to a couple platforms up here to refill it. And maybe have like a door going into this area so you can collect the sand and gravel. But since I'm in creative, I'm not going to do that. That's really easy to do. Yeah, so that's Connect 4. Hope you guys found it easy. Leave any questions in the comments or message me. Thanks for watching.